Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about your attitude towards the IRS, what to do if you owe the IRS, and obtaining your U.S. passport if you have not yet done so. Okay, getting a new attitude about the IRS. As the old saying goes, an attitude is like a flat tire, and if you don't change it, you will never get anywhere. Well, the IRS is a part of the U.S. government, and they have a very, very important part to play. And respect is the word that comes to mind. You don't have to like them, you don't have to agree with them, but however, respecting them is a very good idea, especially if you are planning on maintaining your wealth and increasing your wealth. Respecting the IRS would be a good idea. In 2018, there was 140.9 million taxpayers. And according to the statistics, to be among the top 1% U.S., now this is earners, you would need to earn an income of $421,926. Now, basically, your Iraqi Dinar investment might not be considered earnings. However, you should know that on any day in the future, these kind of numbers could be normal for you. And 1% of the top earners earn $422,000 a year. So you're going to be up there. Then you need to also understand that the top 3% of U.S. taxpayers pay the majority of all the income tax in America. The IRS collects $3.5 trillion. That's not million, that's not billion, that's $3.5 trillion. Process more than 250 million tax returns, and these tax returns include individual tax returns and business trusts, etc., and other forms in 2018. They have approximately 74,000 plus employees. The IRS is huge, and they operate on numbers and forms. Profiling is not something really that the IRS does. Okay, so your name may tell them a little bit about you, but basically the IRS computers operate based upon tax codes, how they're programmed, and tax laws, and how the input that you put on your tax return. The IRS is not an organization or government agency that cares about who your mother is or was, or who your father is or was, or what they did, or how much education you have or don't have, or how much you have in your bank account. As long as they know about the bank account, they're happy. So profiling is not something the IRS is attuned to. So they're really, it's comfortable to know that almost everything is based upon numbers and forms. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some forms that can change a lot of things in your life, especially if you owe the IRS. Before the Iraqi dinar does whatever it's going to do, I mean, revalue, float, whatever, you need to apply for your U.S. passport if you don't already have one. Now, there's a problem here for some of you. If you owe the IRS a certain amount of money, you will not be able to get a U.S. passport. In this next segment of this video, I am going to share with you how to pay the IRS pennies on the dollar if you owe the Department of Treasury. Now, this is my disclaimer. This is not for taxpayers who have assets. If you have assets, meaning not a car, but assets, a home, investment property, or any assets, you want to hire a professional to help you complete your offer in compromise. If you do not have assets, then I will show you where to go and what to do. You can file your own offer in compromise, and you can pretty much know if you're qualified just by completing the paperwork. You only need a to be able to read at a 7th grade level to be able to do this. However, tax professionals will charge you anywhere from $2,500 to $7,500 to do this. I'm going to show you where to go, the link, and what to do. You need to settle things with the IRS before you become wealthy or your income increases greatly due to the Iraqi Dinar investment. Okay, this is Form 656 booklet, Offer in Compromise. It's known as the OIC. And in this booklet, and the link will be below the video, in this booklet, let's see here. It will talk about what you need to know. Let me go back up. What you need to know, paying for your offer, how to apply, completing the application package, important information, and also it has the forms 433A and 433B. Now 433A is collection of information statement for wage earners. As long as you don't include your monthly cable bill and or private school for your child, then your offer in compromise more than likely will be correct enough to determine if you qualify. If you qualify will actually be determined based upon you completing this tax form. It's not that difficult when you decide to take an hour a day for 3 weeks or however long it takes and read each section and complete each section. As long as you don't try to be cute, you don't lie, and you don't try to be slick, you'll have the best results. Now, you're going to file this, and if something's wrong, the IRS will just reject it and kick it back to you. Well, you ask them what is the problem. You don't just accept, okay, they denied it. You ask them, what is the problem? And they will tell you, hopefully, and you fix it, and you resubmit it. And if that happens again, you resubmit it again until you get it right, because this is a blessing to be able to qualify for this and to pay the IRS pennies on the dollar. Now, this only happens if you cannot afford to pay the debt that you owe to the IRS and your present circumstances does not allow you to, it doesn't support you having to pay this amount of money to the IRS. But you want to get this done before the Iraqi Dinar, if you're an investor, before the Iraqi Dinar does what it's going to do. Because if you don't, the IRS will levy your bank account. Levy. That means they will send a legal notice to the bank. The bank will hold your funds and send it to the IRS.